My handicapable story begins in the early 1980s at a rural Baptist church in Mississippi where I was attending a Sunday worship service. Attending such a church in Mississippi is quite an extraordinary experience. The people are friendly, wear winning smiles, and easily extend a welcoming hand for a firm handshake. One of the people to extend such a hand was a young man in his late 20s wearing a smile that any Southern politician would love to own. He was filled with joy and made everyone feel welcomed, especially me. As I inquired further about my newfound friend, I discovered he was autistic. This was my first experience at the age of 37 to meet an autistic person. I thought to myself, this young man is a unique individual who has such a sense of joy and friendliness about himself. Little did I know at the time, this would be a prelude for what was to come 13 years later at a church called St. Paul United Methodist Church in Largo, Florida. I moved to Largo in September 1989 and discovered St. Paul United Methodist Church on the first Sunday of 1990. I was immediately hooked on that church and knew it was the place I wanted to establish my religious roots. Choosing St. Paul UMC as my new church home would reintroduce me to a special needs community. I will always remember that special Sunday in 1994 when our church welcomed a group from Barrie, Ontario in Canada, a group that called itself the Handicapable Ministry. Its leader was a minister by the name of Bill Fritz. Bill had been to our church before. He and our senior pastor, Dr. Tom Farmer, used to exchange pulpits on an annual basis. This Sunday, Bill brought a large contingent of his handicapable ministry to be a part of our worship service. Their role was to sing at the service. It was like listening to music from heaven. Chill bumps were present on my arms as I listened in awe. What an amazing experience. It had been 13 years since I had last seen a developmentally disabled adult. It was as if everything had come full circle from my first experience of meeting an autistic young man. Surely God had big plans for inserting me into serving in some useful capacity at this wonderful church called St. Paul United Methodist Church.